do. We're going to rate each year of the Switch. Okay, we're gonna go year by year and look back on this generation. Okay, not just the games though, but also like the general things that happened, the directs, the features, all that kind of stuff. Okay, we're gonna go year by year. What I'm gonna do first, hold on. Let me see. I wonder if there's a way. Okay. Okay, this is good. This is good. Um they have like a, I guess, a list of games. Y'all saying 2017 already won. I don't know. I don't we'll see. We'll see. But the Nintendo.fandom.com site has kind of like a list of events that happened each year for the Switch or for Nintendo in general, actually. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through those events and let's see. Hold on. Okay. Now, let me zoom in. 2017. Let's go to we don't even got to go to events. Let's just go to the games first cuz I think the games will give us context for what's going on, okay? 2017. We got Just Dance, 1-2 Switch, Breath of the Wild. We can just talk about the big ones, all right? Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, ARMS, Splatoon 2. Let's start. What what do we rate 2017 for the Switch? What do we rate 2017? And what happened in 2017? We got Xenoblade 2. Off the top of my head, I'm going to say 2017 has to be a 10. I'm going to say 2017 has to be a 10 off the top of my head. Um yeah, it's just bangers after Super Mario Odyssey, right? Also the GOAT. The GOAT. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now, y'all. Look. Look, no, 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 I'm joking. No, that's let's be serious. Let's be serious. Uh the Switch wouldn't be the Switch without 2017. I think there's one year that beats 2017, but we're gonna get into that. But that's just, yeah. I think there is one year that beats 2017. There's one. June Zeno, what's up? It gets a 10 for Odyssey alone. Athena, you could not ask for a better launch year. BOTW, Odyssey, and Xenoblade 2. Would have been a 10 if Mario Odyssey was good. Wow. Ashes coming through with the hot take. J Boulevard, you're kind of getting into what I'm about to get into. I think my only complaint with launch year was that, who's that? Ozzy, thanks for the resub. I can't read that. I'm blind. But yeah, uh, we're gonna get into the third party stuff. But we are gonna give this a 10. Are there any more flaws with 2017? I will say, I think one thing I want to say about 2017, like while we're on the topic, do y'all remember when everyone was saying Breath of the Wild wasn't a big deal on the Switch 1 because it was on the Wii U? Do y'all remember that? Does I remember everyone was like, "Oh, this isn't a big deal as a launch title because you can just get it on the Wii U." That was a big thing. That was a big talking point for Breath of the Wild. Yeah, no one even had. I played it on. What's crazy is like I played it on Wii U. I played Breath of the Wild on Wii U. So Nintendo Switch Online was still free during 2017. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Another thing I want to point to also, this conference right here. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see. This conference. Oh wait, hold on. Y'all remember? Oh, wait. Go back. Do y'all remember this? Hold on. This is the 1-2 switch commercial. Y'all, did y'all see that? They are yo, yo. They are jerking it, bro. This is crazy. This is this was nuts. This was wild. Insane. Switch reveal might be my favorite reveal ever. Yeah, Switch. Oh man, I remember Etika was huge with this. Just like you, Freak A. Hey man, look, I didn't do this. I wasn't the one milking the Joy Cons. This was nuts. Rate and hate. I thought there was a bit too much heavy hitters of the library at the time was compromised with Wii U ports. Could you blame me for wanting a new Mario Kart instead of a remaster? Yeah, that's one thing people forget. Mario Kart 8 was a remaster. But this conference was great. This was a good conference.
And to do a super
Mario Odyssey. This was a super big deal. Oh, the original Xenoblade 2 trailer. Yeah, everybody was hyped that we're finally getting like what seemed like a regular story-based Xenoblade 2. Like this is
our third-party partners.
what was this? Oh, this was SMT5. I was hyped for this. Yeah, and they took forever for it took forever for this game to come out. I was hyped for SMT5, still haven't played it. Yo, you need to play at least Vengeance. Vengeance is pretty cool. Yep, this was announced in 2017. Oh, hold on. We got to look at one more thing before we move on. We got to, y'all know what we got to look at. Y'all know what we got to look at. Hold on, let me see if it. Bruh. Come on now. Come on now. We gotta watch the whole thing. We gotta watch the whole thing. This trailer. Armagon, what's up? Scooty, all rise. Yes. Thanks for the sub, someone. It just keeps building. It just keeps building. Yeah. This was insane to see from Zelda after Skyward Sword. Yes, agreed. Chills. Chills, man. Just like crazy, man. Woo! March 3rd, 2017 is coming, you guys. It's coming at launch. It's coming at launch, you guys. Like, that was just, oh my God, 2017, man. 2017. Well, real quick before we move on, I know I said we're gonna move on, but 2017, is that the greatest launch year of any? Come on, let's get a little hyperbolic. Is that the greatest launch year of any system ever? Like, I can't. Roger, PS2 launches. PS2 launch had the bouncer. What else? Why do I always remember the bouncer for the PS2 launch? That's the only thing I ever. I don't know. GTA came out at launch. Which GTA came out at launch for PS2? Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, launch year. I don't know why I'm thinking about launch day. Yeah. Gran Turismo, DMC, GTA. Dreamcast does come close. I will put Dreamcast above PS2. I will put Dreamcast above PS2 personally. Dreamcast had Soul Calibur, Ready to Rumble, Sonic Adventure, I think, was a launch year for Dreamcast. No, Shadow of the Colossus wasn't a launch year for PS2. Shadow of the Colossus was the final year of PS2, if I remember correctly. Nah, yeah, like that was that was crazy. That was 2017 was like Ashes. If Switch 2 has Mario Kart, DK, Metroid Prime, and a 3D Mario, it might top it. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, but the big three for like but for launch years, and not talking about launch day. By the way, let me say this: I don't feel like launch day matters as much as people try to make it seem. I never understood why people act like launch day has to have like every single thing you can play available or something like that's. I feel like that's unrealistic. Launch days are never that serious. But so I like talking about launch years more because that's where it gets more interesting. But yeah, the big three: Dreamcast, PS2, Switch One. Those are the big three for launch years for consoles, I think. Now this year is gonna be funny to talk about because I think this might be the weakest year of the Switch. It was like the opposite of 2017, but then it just went up from here. 2018. Dan Ugo, my boy, what up, Dan? What up? 2018 for the Switch is Bayonetta 1 and 2 port. That's a big one. Oh, the GOAT. Labo. Oh, not PayPal. Labo. We got. Yeah, this is rough. Tropical Freeze, I guess. Hyrule Warriors port. Mega Man Legacy collect. Cross Tag, I guess. Wolfenstein 2 was a surprise, I guess. Octopath Traveler. Yeah, what are we rating this year? What are we rating? There's a lot of came and wents in here. Wait, Astral Chain was 2018? Was Astral Chain 2018? I thought that was 2019. Mind you, GK, they were still dropping 3DS games at this point in 2018. Oh, yeah. Ashes 2018 is weirdly carried by DLC since Octo expansion. Good point. Good point. "2018 had Smash Ultimate, but that was literally in December." Yeah, we had to wait till the very end of the year. So it's pretty much Octopath, Smash, and there's something else here. Yeah, those are the big ones, and Labo, I guess, but you know, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Yeah, this. What are we rating this? Oh, no. I'm not joking for this one. Let's not forget. Hold on now. Let me get into it right quick. This game, I don't care what nobody says. This game was fire. This game was fire. I don't care. I don't. What up, J2 Card World? What up? This game was fire, man. I don't care about what people be saying about. I don't know what's going on with those other sports games or whatever. Mario Tennis Aces was at least an 8 out of 10. That man, that game was fire. I wish I could find some of my if I could find some of my clips. It is the Came and Went King, but it was a banger game. Yeah, Mario Tennis Aces, fire. Fire. Like, I didn't like how people treated this game. It was good. So I'm gonna say Mario Tennis Aces, Smash Ultimate, and Octo. I mean, I don't know if people like. Do people like Octopath Traveler 1? Do people like the first one? I don't know how people feel about it. You know, it's. Most people like it. Okay. Okay. Mario Tennis Asexuals. That's funny. uh Geronimo, it had some issues, but mostly a good RPG. OST is a banger. I loved Octopath 1. Jalen, what's up? First Octopath is pretty fun, but people enjoyed it. It did kick off the HD 2D circle jerk. That's true. That's true. People that did kick off the HD 2D trend. I started Octopath, but I couldn't finish it, and it was kind of a reminder that fantasy, like medieval settings, are just tough for me. But let's talk about the big one. Let's talk about Smash Ultimate. We can start by. And by the way, I think y'all know one of the conversations around Smash Ultimate that we're gonna have to talk about. Because I want people to remember the climate of these times too. y'all probably already know what I'm gonna say though. Another Splatoon? Let me react as if I'm seeing it for the first time. Whoa, Splatoon DLC? Is that what this is? Is this Splatoon DLC? But didn't Splatoon 2 just come out? It will be too soon. It'll be too soon. No way! No way! No way! Oh! This year? Oh my gosh. No. Wait, who said Smash Ultimate's hype cycle was peak? No, it wasn't. First of all, bruh, the amount of this is just a port is just a port. That was what. When I talk about Nintendo derangement and how when people talk about Nintendo, they just fucking lose their minds. This dude said it was a sequel multiple times. The graphics obviously different. I want to say they were obviously different. My opinion. Smash Ultimate does not look like Smash 4. You into Wii's because that combo died as soon as it came out. Maybe I was too deep into game. maybe you're right, Jalen. Maybe I was too deep into gaming Twitter. But I'll just speak on the side of gaming Twitter I was on. That was an actual debate. That was a legit, like, people were going back and forth about it. Like, that was crazy. That was freaking insane, man. It was out. Yeah, but Smash Ultimate was the big one. What do we all hope for in the new Smash game? What characters would you like to see? Um, Just Pass, what's up? Hope you're having a chill Friday too, man. What would I like to see in a new Smash? Rollback. Please. Blackie Chan, every Nintendo Direct had people asking for Smash DLC. A Digimon rep, yep. You know Nintendo not making no rollback, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. This new Nintendo, they talking about specs now. I don't know. You know what I can see Nintendo doing? They might add rollback, but they're gonna do that thing where they call it something else because Nintendo likes to act like, you know, they're reinventing something, or they're gonna be like, we have a revolutionary new reverse skip netcode. We have like reverse skip netcode. Where spring back, yeah, it's gonna be something. You know they're gonna do something. New Nintendo might just call it rollback. Low-key. This new Nintendo, I don't know what to expect from them. They're a little concerning even sometimes, but they talking about 60 frames per second and all this stuff. They talking about frame rate. I don't know. Roll back, look ahead, yo, Dan. I can see them doing that. Look ahead, netcode. They're just gonna do something weird. Yeah. But nah, man. What do we rate 2018? What do we rate 2018 for the Switch? I'm gonna give it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it a 5. 6, 6.5, 4. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 5. I'm gonna give it a 5 personally. Like, Smash Ultimate was cool, but after that, I don't think. Oh, Pokemon Let's Go came out this year too. I forgot. Pokemon Let's Go came out. Did we gonna talk about what? Did anybody use Labo? Did anybody play Labo? Indies held the Switch up for me between its launch to like 2020. Nobody played Labo. Y'all ain't real, man. Y'all ain't real Nintendo fans. We gave 2017 a 10 out of 10. 2017 is a 10. 2018 is, matter of fact, let me do this. We're gonna be going back and forth a little bit. Hold on. What even came out in 2019? What year did Hollow Knight come to Switch? I don't even know. I didn't even play Hollow Knight. I'm not even sure. But Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee were the bane of my existence as someone who enjoys VGC. Geronimo, Walmart sent you the Switch too. Hey, I'm gonna check mine in a second. So we're giving 2018 a 5. Let's just give 2018 a 5. I'm about to open up a notepad thing right quick. Let me do that right quick. Notepad. Boom. Boom. Okay. And here we go. Here we go. What did we say for 2017? Oh, 2017 is 10 out of 10. Breath of the Wild, Arms, Odyssey, free online. What else? What else? Xenoblade 2. Splatoon 2. 2018. Smash. Wait, 2018. 5 out of 10. Smash Ultimate. Octopath, I guess. Mario Tennis Aces. Oh wait, did that Xenoblade DLC come out in 2018? Xenoblade Torna? I forgot about that. Torna was fire. Y'all remember Torna? Can we just say that the Switch overall was weak as hell if you don't like JRPGs? Ziad. Hey, Ziad, you gotta relax, bro. We're not, no. You coming in here starting trouble. Okay, Torna. Okay, and what was the last? Yeah, let's just say that's it. Cell device, what's up? Yeah, boo, boo, boo. Y'all will see by the end of this. Okay. Now I'm gonna intentionally make sure we get some not. So far, it's only one JRPG here. Xenoblade. That's the only one. Okay. So 20. What's the next year? 2019. Did we forget anything for 2018? Did we forget anything for 2018 before we go? Super Mario Party. Oh, was Super Mario Party? Okay. I'm not a Mario Party guy though, so yeah. Let's just say that's it. Let's just say those are the big ones. The next one is 2019, right? Oh my gosh. They really advertising that Night Reigns. 2019 marked the third year of the Nintendo Switch with new entries from Luigi's Mansion, Fire Emblem, Yoshi, and Pokemon, and a Zelda remake. What Zelda remake came out in 2019? Was that Link's Awakening year? I don't know why I thought that came out later. So Rhodey Reynolds, 19 was a solid year. So 2019, we got, some people are saying Astral Chain, Dragon Quest 11, Ring Fit, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Yo, 2019 kind of slept on. A little bit slept on. Yeah, you already named some. Verum. Oh, hold on. Y'all know I gotta give y'all a sleeper. Lumines Remastered. Don't, bruh. This was 2019. Fucking fire. Oh, wait, actually, no, this was 2018. Actually, we might have to go back. This was a physical in 2019. I see. Okay. I don't know why I didn't see that before. But yeah. Shout outs to Lumines Remaster. Valhalla port. Let me go through the chat. Pokemon Sword and Shield and the Birth of the Trees discourse. Oh, Pokemon. Oh, no. Yo, hold on. Let me say this. 2019 is when some of the like Nintendo discourse online just started getting very annoying. So we got stuff like DLC. I don't remember what DLC came out for Smash in 2019, but that's when I feel like the DLC conversation started getting annoying. That's when I feel like DLC conversations started getting annoying. Hero and Joker were 2019. Tree Discourse pales in comparison to Dexit. Hero, Joker, Banjo, and Terry. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. That Terry discourse was fucking annoying. My gosh. Daemon X Machina is 2019. Yes. No, we're just counting anything that came out. Anything that, because here's what I'll say, Ziad. People do this thing with like Nintendo specifically, where we don't count third party stuff when we talk about how good the console is, but we count third party stuff when we talk about like PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, it is. I mean, you know, we can count like multi-platform stuff. It's on the system. You know, as long as it runs well on the system at least. So yeah, we're counting everything that came out. One thing we didn't mention for 2017 was Sonic Mania. Speaking of that. So yeah, 2017 was really good. But yeah, so Daemon X Machina, Astral Chain. Let's write this down. Let's write all this down. 2019. Daemon X Machina. Astral Chain. I'm not gonna say. Let's say the big ones first. I haven't played enough of River City Girls. Did Ring Fit come out in 2019? Did Ring Fit? I think that was 2019. 2019 is kind of fire actually. Now that I'm looking at it. And so far, it's not many JRPGs. It's not many JRPGs. Come on now. Let's add one though. I can't forget this one because y'all like this game, but I think this game is just okay. Fire Emblem Three Houses. Let's go on and add it. Let's go on and add Fire Emblem Three Houses. We're just Luigi's Mansion. DQ11. Okay. Oh, hold on. DQ11. And what else? Three Houses is not a came and went. No, it's not. I mean, I guess Tetris 99. That was big that year, but I'm gonna call Tetris 99 a came and went. Oh, rate and hate. That's to answer your question, rating. Luigi's Mansion 3. Okay, these are the big ones. We're not gonna be exhaustive with this. What do we rate 2019? I'm gonna give 2019 a strong. I'm gonna give 2019 an 8. All those games are bad except Tetris. Okay, Zia, you farming now, bro. Bad is crazy. Uh, bad is crazy. Wait, Mario Maker was 2019? Uh, Mario Maker was wait, Mario Maker was 2019? Was that 2019? Damn. Huh. Mario Maker was a came and went. Mario Maker was a came and went. I didn't real man. So 2019 was kind of hmm. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm gonna I'm gonna give it an 8 because I know there's a year that I prefer over 2019, but I'm gonna add Link's Awakening. This is when, but I will say this is when like 2019 is when the Switch started to get quantity. Like you could tell all the games that Nintendo were making for the Switch specifically just started coming out. Because I think before from 2017 and 2018 feels like it was stuff that could have been on the Wii U, but they were just saving it for the Switch. Whereas like 2019 feels like okay, now we're getting like Switch games. Um, this feels like an 8. This feels like an 8. I'm gonna say this is an 8. Yeah. Because it's not the bangers that you're getting here, but it's definitely better than what you're getting here. But I already know in my mind like there's a year that's better than this, so I can't give it more than an 8. I can't give it more than an 8. Um, yeah, a lot of good double A games. I love Damon X Machina. Obviously, I liked Astral Chain. I want to play this one day. Ring Fit Adventure. I want to play this one day. Fire Emblem Three Houses. It was fine, but the I don't know. The graphics were kind of. I'm not a graphics whore by any means, but it did kind of like dampen it a little bit for me. And I'm not a big fan of Fire Emblem stories. Funny enough, I like the gameplay for Three Houses. So, I hate to say it, but I was a cutscene skipper for Fire Emblem Three Houses. I should stream Ring Fit. Low key, I'm trying to get my workout on, so maybe this was a good year. This was good. It's not like game changing, but this is when you're like, oh, the Switch has games, you know. Um, and so are we missing? Those are the big ones. We don't got to again. We don't got to get exhaustive, but those are the big ones. Okay. Um. Oh, 3DS. Don't forget the 3DS. Yokai Watch 3. Shout out. Okay. 2020, y'all. Y'all. I already know what I'm gonna give this one off the top of my head, but um 2020 was rough. I'm gonna add Hollow Knight, Ace Thunder. I see you in the chat. This year, y'all. Nah, I'm gonna be a little controversial this year. For this year, this wasn't a bad year. This was not a bad year. This wasn't a bad year. It's like this year, let me say this. 2020 is like if the 2018 games were better. Like that's what 2018 is for me. This is if the 20 Oh, hold on. Something came out for the Wii U? Oh. Damn. This dude was holding Shakedown Hawaii. They was holding on to that thing. God damn. Yo, but okay. This was not a bad year. Okay. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. I'm not even going to talk about Tokyo Mirage Sessions. The game is mid, but the literal definition of mid, like the game is just okay. I don't mean it's bad. It's just like very blah, like middle of the road. We got let me see. The big one, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Do we have any Animal Crossing people here? Did everybody play Animal Crossing? J Boulevard. 2020 had the best direct with partner showcase with Nocturne and SMT5. I don't make the rules. Sword Sound, no. Okay. I still play it. It's better than New Leaf. Okay, we got a lot of Animal Crossing people here. You should do a ring. Everybody wants me to do a ring fit. Maybe. I played it. It was an interesting experience, but I kind of feel like I would have never got into it if it wasn't for the pandemic. I wouldn't say better than New Leaf, but still good. That was the first Animal Crossing game I played. Hades. Okay, good. Thank you, Jalen. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I need y'all to remind me of. Like, because I didn't play Hades, but I remember that's why I say, like, we got to count third party, because Hades was a Switch game, even though, like, it was on everything. Like, people think about the Switch when they think about Hades, I guess. I haven't played Hades, so I can't speak on it, but I know a lot of people liked it, so I'm gonna just throw it in there. What else is here? Trials of Mana. Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. That's a big one. Clubhouse Games. This was a good year, actually. Come on now, Clubhouse Games. No one can say if you critiquing Clubhouse Games, you need a soul. This was fire. Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Just by being Xenoblade, it's good. So we know that. Regardless of the changes and all that, you know, I know some people like the art style of the original Xenoblade one more than the whatever, you know. It's Xenoblade. I want people to understand too with me. I know, because there's a lot of new people here from YouTube probably. I get, like, I'm an analytical person. I can get deep with all that. But honestly, when it comes to, like, how I actually play games, I'm not one of those people that's very like I don't know, picky, I guess. Like I I mainly care about the gist of a game. You know what I'm saying? Like the gist. But when you get into these nitty gritty details about like, oh, you know, the art style over here it runs at 29 instead of 30. Like, I'm not really that guy. You know, I just care about the general gist of the game. So Xenoblade 1 is cool to me. Oh, Streets of Rage 4. Stardew Valley port, that's cool. This was controversial. Y'all remember the Super Mario 3D All Stars discourse? That was crazy. That that was crazy. Looking back on it. Oh, y'all remember this? Y'all remember this? Ah, man, this was a cute little vibe going. That was a cute little vibe for, yeah. Um, Crosscode. I forgot about Crosscode. That came out. Zion said, I give up. My hating isn't strong enough. Hey, man, keep trying, man. You know, if at first you don't succeed. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get controversial. This here might be an 8. Hold on, y'all. Bruh. Peak. This, look, man. Nah. I don't care. I don't care about the frame rate. Fuck the frame rate. Nah, this shit was fire. This shit was fire. Age of Calamity was fire. This game was fire. And one more, and then we're gonna rate it. I think my rating might be a little controversial. I didn't skip what y'all think I skipped. I'm gonna go back, but I'm just making sure there's nothing else. Okay. This shit right here. Come on now. What y'all know about Katana Zero? Huh? Look, I be telling y'all look. Wait, this was 2019? Oh, wait, no. Why is this on the 2020 list? Why was it? So this was 2019. Katana Zero was 2019. Damn. Hold on, let me make sure. Well, I'm gonna add that to the list, but they announced a physical release in 2020. Yeah, okay, got you. Man. Okay, I thought we were about to have a moment. But okay, what do we give 2020? I'm gonna give 2020 a 7. This is a strong 7. Very strong 7. 5. 4. 9. Okay, this is all over the place. And okay, Let's go through. Let's go through. Let's write them down. Let's write them down. Let's write them down. Let's write them down. Hold on. 2020. Let's go through it. Animal Crossing. Is this big enough, by the way? I know some of y'all are on your phone. Let me actually let me undo that. Let me yeah, let's just keep it like that. This is good. I think this is fun. Get your glasses. Animal Crossing. What about Paper Mario the Origami King? Anyway, we got Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity. We got what else we got? No, hold on. I know one y'all look, Ninjala. I'm putting that on there. Ninjala was fire, and I'm not even a live service guy. But Ninjala is still kicking. That was 2020. I like Ninjala. I'm throwing that on there. J Boulevard, I know you not. I know why you don't like Ninjala. I know why you don't like Ninjala. All right, I'm gonna throw it on there because y'all are gonna bother me about it. Ninjala is a Final Fantasy Dissidia in disguise. I'm not even I'm not even being like hyperbolic. It's literally made by the Dissidia developers. It's the same game. It is literally made by the Dissidia developers. It's if you play it, it's the same game. It's the same gameplay. Yeah, like Ninjala is Dissidia in disguise. But it just has a different aesthetic. Shallant 98. To what it may sound like a surprise, but Ninjala is still kicking. Out of all the free to play games that have come out, MultiVersus, Concord, what else we got? All these live service games that have died. Ninjala is still here, kicking. Ninjala is still here. I'm saying. MultiVersus in the dirt. Ninjala's still here. Look, man. The games I push are blessed. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a pure heart, because I have a pure soul. That's why Ninjala is still alive, because I have a pure heart. Y'all's hearts ain't pure. So some of the shit y'all be supporting came and went. You know? Where's ARMS at, GK? Well, you know, it's getting a free update. ARMS getting a free update next week. Look, man. Look. It's one of the free update games. I can't help that everything I support just thrives. I can't help it. I can't help that Daemon X Machina is getting a sequel. I'm sorry. I just have a pure heart. I have a pure heart. I'm just blessed, you know. Once y'all learn to have a pure heart, then the things you support will come to fruition. I can't help that Xenoblade X got a re-release. I'm just here doing my thing, you know. I'm just here doing my thing, and then the things I support just thrive. You know, praise God, man. We're gonna give this Wait, hold on. Y'all name some more games before we, because this doesn't look right. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. Hold on. Animal Crossing, Age of Calamity, Ninjala, Paper Mario, Origami King, because y'all want to sabotage. Mario All 3D All Stars. Because it's not good. It's a 5. Man, shut up. Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles. That's what. Okay, I remember. Yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles. DE. And we got to rate it on a curve because it's a pandemic. Clubhouse Games, thank you. Seven out of 10, pandemic curve. Okay. So now, this is where things will get a little blurry for me. 2021. I can't remember if 2021 was bad or good. Because I think I had stuff like things were going on with me during 2021. Like this is one of those years where like life was happening. So I'm not totally sure if I'm going to forget some of the stuff that happened in 2020. Oh no, okay, yeah, 2021 is the good one. Okay, I got you. Yeah, okay. 2021 is a good one. I think I know how I'm gonna feel about this one. So we got, hold on, let's see if we got any Wii U games. No Wii games. Okay, now we're full. No 3DS either. We're full steam ahead on the Switch now. Okay. We got and we got to double check some of these dates too. Monster Hunter Rise, Bowser's Fury, okay. Super Mario 35. I think I put All Star. Oh wait, Super Mario 35, is that different from All Stars? Ace Thunder? Super Mario 35. I thought I put that on there. We're gonna put Octo Expansion back in 28. Actually, let's review. Let's review right quick before we move on. Because okay. 2018, I'm gonna add Octo Expansion back in here. That might bump it up a little bit. Actually, let's bump that up to a 6. Fuck it. Octo Expansion is probably the game of the year for 2018. To be totally honest. If we're being super real. Y'all can't see that. Hold on. Yeah. Like if we're being super real, that's probably game of the year. So let's add that back in there. 35 was the Battle Royale. Oh, gotcha. Okay. 35. Yeah, Octo Expansion is in my opinion, I don't know if this is spicy. Octo Expansion, I see y'all. Celeste. This is a strong 6 actually. Now that we're adding more of these games in there. Octo Expansion is the greatest 3D platformer of all time. Octo Expansion is the greatest 3D platformer of all time. I don't know how, I don't know if like, and this is just me. It's just I'm just speaking for myself, you know? Like for me, that is my favorite 3D platformer ever. The vibes, right? It doesn't overstay its welcome. The levels are I wouldn't call it a platformer since most of it is a third person shooter. It's kind of like Ratchet and Clank. It's kind of like, I'd call Ratchet and Clank a platformer though. I'd call Ratchet and Clank a platformer. What are your thoughts on main single player Splatoon? because I don't like it much, but didn't play Octo Expansion. I don't like any of the. I don't like Splatoon 1 and Splatoon 2's main campaign. Octo Expansion is very good. Splatoon 3's main campaign is good, but it's still not as good as Octo Expansion. It's still not as good as Octo Expansion. Yeah, Octo Expansion is just fucking like that. It's fire. It's really good. Like it is for me, it's a perfect 10 out of 10. Like I would not change anything. It's flawless, in my opinion. Also, secret boss. Yes, Ashes. The secret boss is like very good. Yeah, Octo Expansion is very good. I'm sorry I didn't even mention that before, because that was like that was a game changer for me. Incredible game, like incredible. Uh, hold on. Oh, what's going on? Oh, it's because I didn't bring this back up. Okay. So, Octo Expansion is the KH Remind for Splatoon 3. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts Remind, but yeah. It's sick. It's really good. I suggest everyone play it. The music was insane too. Yes. Matter of fact, hold on. I don't want to spend too long on this, but man, I wish I could find this. I knew the name of the song. Let me see if I can find the name of the song right quick. Cause there's one song on the Octo Expansion that's like really good. OE is up there for sure. Yeah, yeah. It is. It's really good. Is this it? No. This is it. This is the song. Come on, turn that up. This is just like, come on now. Ape Escape. What up, Wolf? That's music. Now that's what I call drum and bass. Like, come on now. You can listen to this on the Nintendo Music app too. Yeah, that song is fire. Like, it's just everything in culmination first with Octo Expansion just came together. Like the story, the music, the aesthetic, even the some of the names for the levels, right? Let me be very fast about this. Some of the names for the levels. Look at this. While we're talking about, the video that I did last week, right? The levels in Splatoon 2 Octo Expansion, for the American version at least, they reference like old hip hop stuff, right? So this level in Splatoon 2, right? It references like House Party, no kidding or playing, like, and that's a reference to Kid and Play and House Party, right? And then you got Do Not Miss Your Chance, One Shot. That's a reference to Lose Yourself by Eminem, right? And then you got The Telephone, I Am Bout It, So Listen While I da. That's a reference to Master P, Bout It. Like, it's just like so. And then there's this one part, right? when you're looking at the text messages for Marina and Pearl, right? She's like, sorry about him, DJ. I was shocked the first time I heard you rap. I thought for sure you were gonna be whack, but once you started spitting, I was like, dang, this Munchin got bars. And then Pearl was like, shut up, never underestimate the Pearl, da 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 da. And then Pearl says, she's the DJ, I'm the rapper, is what I'm saying. And that's a reference to Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff. I'm the rapper, he's the DJ. Like, so it's just it's like a very cool I love that game, man. Octo Expansion is so fucking cool, dude. Like, it's just cool. It's just a cool. Sometimes for me, and this is what I mean by, like, I'm an analytical, but I also have a soul. You know what I'm saying? Some shit is just cool. It don't gotta be like, oh, you know, the super game design, blah, 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 blah. I can talk about that stuff, but also sometimes you just feel some shit, like, in terms of like, oh, this is just cool. It's just tight. So that's like that's the Splatoon. That's a big part of why I like Octo Expansion. It's not just the game design shit. It's also like the soulful shit like that. That's just like, it's just cool. You know, there's nothing deep about it. It's just fire. So yeah. That was that. Let's get to 2021. That was a long tangent. Rule of cool sometimes just valid. Yes. 2021. Let's talk about 2021 because that was a long tangent. I didn't mean to do that, y'all. I didn't mean to do that. But when you get me talking about like a GK game, I might go a little longer, right? But yes, Persona 5 Strikers for 2021, Super Mario 3D World. Oh, thanks for the sub, DJ Kills. Oh, DJ, I think I know this dude. DJ Killzone Joan. I think I know that dude. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the sub, man. Is he from when I worked at the Coalition? Maybe, I don't know. Shh. Reveal yourself. But yeah, we got Bravely Default 2. The World Ends With You, right? No More Heroes 1 and 2. No More Heroes 1 and 2. No More Heroes 2 is kind of, but No More Heroes 1, classic. If you don't know, No More Heroes 1 is in my top, not top 5, but it's probably my top 10 games, among my top 10 games of all time. The first one. Nothing has reached the heights of the first one yet for me. Hades. I don't know why is that here? Why is Hades here? I guess they're talking about the physical again. I don't know. Oh, hold on. We got to talk about it. Come on now. Nah, I'm joking. I didn't like this game. This was very bad. This was a moment, bro. That was rough. That was fucking rough. Did anyone play that Samurai Jack game? I'm not even saying that game's a big deal, but seems like a nice little like side thing. I heard people talk about it that enjoyed it enough. Monster Hunter Rise. This was my game of the year for 2021. And I think Monster Hunter Rise is still my favorite Monster Hunter. I think this is still my favorite Monster Hunter. But I haven't played every Monster Hunter. I've only played what was the one on PSP? Portable Second on PSP, 4 on 3DS, Rise, and then recently Wilds. I didn't play World. So I've only played 4 Monster Hunter games. But Monster Hunter Rise is probably the one that was the schmovement in that game. This was my game of the year. And it looked really good. Monster Hunter Rise is fire. Wire bugs were so fun. Oh, come on now. And again, Monster Hunter Rise, another one that eventually came to other systems, but I think when we're talking about the generation, right? Like it was a big Switch game, you know? Um so yeah. It would be like for me, and going back to the third party conversation, it would be like talking about the GameCube and leaving out Beautiful Joe or leaving out Resident Evil 4 just because they eventually came to PS2. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's not exclusive, but we're not going to pretend that it wasn't a big part of like owning a GameCube. Same with like Soul Calibur 2 on GameCube. Like, you can't talk about GameCube and not talk about Soul Calibur 2. I think my line is launched as exclusive. Well, I'll say the same for Soul Calibur 2. Soul Calibur 2 didn't launch as an exclusive. But if you're gonna talk about the GameCube and leave out Soul Calibur 2, I think that's a little. Same with Phantasy Star Online on the GameCube. Like that also came out on Xbox, but you can't leave that out, you know? So I think the easiest thing to do is just count everything. The more simple thing to do. It gets more complicated when you start being like, you know, this came out, da, 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 you know, it just gets unnecessarily like convoluted. PSO was old potatoes by that point. Sure, but I mean, a lot of people's experience with PSO was GameCube. Same with like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle for a lot of people is a GameCube game, even though it came out on Dreamcast. You know, like I don't know. I think it's dishonest to be like, oh, you know, it doesn't count because it came on whatever. We got to be honest about like how people are experiencing these things in the generation, you know. We can get technical, but I don't think it's an honest, like realistic way to talk about these things. It just gets like unnecessarily like you know, unnecessarily like. The best way to put it is that back then, as kids, right, when we were playing these games, I'll speak for myself. I'll speak for myself as a kid. But I think this was like maybe 90% of kids that were playing video games back then. We weren't super hung up on like, oh, this was on this system also. Right? Especially for games like Phantasy Star Online. Like, I don't think a lot of people were thinking that hard about it. Yes, and like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 on GameCube. Like, so, yeah, I don't know. I think when we're talking about generations, was it on the system I own was enough? Yes, exactly, Frostnix, exactly. So you got to count multi-platform. Now, I'm not saying, right, that every single multi-platform game defined the Switch, right? So something like what's an example? Like Dragon Ball FighterZ, right? I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, let's put Dragon Ball FighterZ on the list. I know like people weren't playing Dragon Ball FighterZ on Switch. Like I know that people weren't playing that on Switch like that to that extent. So this is less of a like technicality conversation, a more of a like vibes, like being honest conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like yes, Dragon Ball Fighters was multi-platform, but nobody thinks about the Switch when they think about Dragon Ball Fighters. But Soul Calibur 2, it was multi-platform, but people do think about the GameCube when they think about Soul Calibur 2. So again, feelings, vibes, you know, you got to go with that sometimes. Boss Chopper, I played it on Switch. That's funny. uh yeah. Metal Arms glitch in the system will forever be a PS2 game for me, even if it was apparently the worst version. Yeah. I mean, we can get deeper into that, but I don't want to spend too long on that point though. Overall though, like for me, I'm more of a like vibes, like less mathematical about it. You know, I don't want to be too mathematical about this. So Monster Hunter Rise. What are the big ones for 2021? Monster Hunter Rise. Was this was Miitopia a big deal? Bowser's Fury. This was disappointing for me. It wasn't. Well, let me not say it. It's still Nocturne, but this is one of the few instances where I'm like, damn, like this doesn't look like the original game. They kind of messed it up a little bit. They fucked around with it too much. But I know some people don't mind it. The Silver Case 24, 25. I'm playing this right now. This game is fire. Skyward Sword HD, I guess. Let's write them all down. I don't even know what I'm gonna give this year. I'm gonna give this year probably just scanning through it. Just scanning through it, it might be an 8. This might be an 8 just scanning, but I'm not totally. I don't want to give like 0.5s either. I don't like doing that. You know what's crazy is like during when this year was happening, it felt like an 8, but when I'm looking back on it, it feels like a 7. Let's write it all down. Let's write it all down. It feels like a 7 when I'm looking back on it. No More Heroes. Let's just say 3. Let's just say No More Heroes 3. Metroid Dread, Monster Hunter Rise. Xenoblade 3. That was 2023. I thought. Mario Party. Let's add that. I know Mario Party was a big deal. I didn't even play that, and I know that's a big deal. SMT5. We can add SMT5. Pokemon Unite. I know a lot of people liked it. I'm not gonna lie. I know a lot of people liked it. It's fine. We can add Mario 3D World. Oh, 2022. Okay. No More Heroes, Metroid Dread, Monster Hunter Rise. Did y'all like Kirby? Which Kirby came out in 2021? Did y'all like No More Heroes 3? I liked No More Heroes 3. It's still not as good as No More Heroes 1. I mean, I don't know. And I don't like the graphical style of No More Heroes 3. It just doesn't look as good as No More Heroes 1. I wish they just kept the No More Heroes 1 art style somehow. It looks too like glossy. But it's a good game. It's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. Sakuna Rice and Ruin was 2020. Thank you. Because that's a big one, actually. I know a lot of people like that. 2020 is definitely a 7. This was a big deal. Pokemon Snap came and went, but we're adding it in there. Big came and went. Very big came and went. Yo, 2019 was really good. The more I think about 2019, was really good. That was a good year. What do I not like about 2? The boss fights in 2 were not well designed. It felt like fighting like regular enemies, but not in the good way. Like you could kind of just wail on a lot of the bosses in No More Heroes 2, and then they weren't very designed. It just felt like they were there, and you could just kind of like go in on them. I don't think No More Heroes 2 is bad though, but it's just the weakest one, obviously. Yeah, it was. I like the Shinobu levels. I don't think the Shinobu levels were bad either. They were fine. It's just, yeah, those boss fights were not. We're gonna give this a 7 too. We're gonna give this a 7. Yeah, we're gonna give this a 7. Yeah. When did Xenoblade 3 come out? I don't want to skip ahead, but when did Xenoblade 3 come out? 2022. Okay. Where is Famicom? When did Famicom Defective Club? When did Famicom Detective Club come out? Just making sure, because I know this wiki is like inaccurate for some stuff. You know what? 2022 is the best year. I think 2022 might be like the GK year for real. Because I think I'm starting to remember what came out during in 2022. One more thing before we get to this, because I'm remembering some things that came out during this year. One more thing before we get to like, hold on, make sure. Yeah, okay, I'm correct. I don't know why they don't have it on here though. So we might have to go back for some of these. But one more thing on the point of like third parties, right? I like to say, and I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on this or not. I don't think this is worth doing a video on, but it's something I've been like talking about for a while. There is a difference between talking about a generation for a console and talking about the library of a console. when you're talking about the library of a console, right? To me, that more so implies like the the culmination of everything, like up to that point, like the culmination of everything available, right? Or rather, um, after a console is done, right? Then you rate the library, right? When you're looking at the console retroactively, you rate the library in terms of like, oh, in terms of in 2025, if I want to play XYZ game. Thank you, Boss Chopper. Thank you. Generation discussion relies on timing and culture points. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to articulate. Library is talking about like, okay, in 2025, if I want to play, going back to the Dragon Ball Fighters example, if I want to play Dragon Ball Fighters, it's probably not a good idea. It's, or if we're talking about the Switch library, talking about Dragon Ball Fighters in 2025 isn't like a shining point of the library, right? Yes, and Mr. SU, good example. Like how the Wii has a good library but was a bad generation. Thank you. Because you actually have to account for like gaps, timing, when it came out, what was available at the time of release, etc., right? So what we're talking about is not the Switch library. We're talking about the generation. You know, and what these releases meant at the time they came out. The reason I'm bringing this up is because we're about to bring up Neon White in a bit, right? Neon White is also available on everything, but at the time when Neon White came out, actually it wasn't available on just the Switch. It was available on Switch and PC, right? But a big part of its release was the Switch, right? And it being available portably, it being the only console version available, even though it was also available on PC and all that sort of stuff. So, oh shit. Walmart canceled my pre-order for the game, but what the Walmart canceled your pre-order for the game? For what game? Kind of coming out of nowhere with that one. Yeah, library is just games review. Thank you. Mario Kart. Oh. Jalen, Neon White does feel worse on Switch, and I think I know the issue, but no one has talked about this. I think the Switch version of Neon White has a G-Bit. Thanks for the follow. I think the Switch version for Neon White has a memory leak issue. So if you play it for too long, I don't know why, it just starts lagging. But then when you turn off your Switch and turn it back on, then I tested this, and that is the case. You turn off your Switch and then you turn it back on, and then the frame rate like gets back to normal. It's very weird, and I haven't seen anyone talk about this. I think that's called memory leak. I think that's what it is. Like the more you play, the more like it starts lagging and stuff like that. Is that a memory leak? What's that called when that happens? But yeah, okay, yeah. I think that's called a memory leak. I'm pretty sure. Um, I'm hoping the Switch 2 version doesn't deal with that. Expansion pack came out in 2021. Okay, let's go over 2022. We're rambling. We're going all over the place. Um we got Pokemon Legends Arceus. I didn't play this because I'm not a Pokemon guy anymore. Wait, hold on. What is this? Y'all heard of this? Wait, hold on. They got 3 of these? Let's stream this. Let's stream this. No, I'm joking. That's crazy. YouTubers life. Let's add that on the list. Because apparently they thriving. They got 3 of these shits. GK, is this game an accurate portrayal of being a YouTuber? I did not see this dude go to work once in that trailer. So it's not realistic because they out partying and shit. And like, bruh, my YouTuber experience is I come back from work tired as hell. And then I gotta like edit for 2 hours and then go to sleep. That's my YouTuber. I don't know what they talking about with all this partying and all this stuff. How many of these were outed? Yeah, if you can't get canceled, it's not a real YouTube. It's not, no. Triangle Strategy. Let's go through. Let's quickly go through these. Triangle Strategy, Pokemon Legends Arceus. 13 Sentinels port. Even though I didn't play it on there, but Red Out Eastward. This was a good one. Mario Strikers. Oh man, what a disappointment. What a disappointment. Oh, Pocky and Rocky Reshrine. Let's fucking go. Oh man, this year was. Oh man. This game. This game, man. Oh brother. What a year, what a year, what a year. Xenoblade 3 is huge. Yes. The second best Xenoblade game. Live Alive, Live Alive. Is it Live Alive or Live Alive? I like Live Alive. That sounds better. Oh, come on, bro. I'm going to move this up. Oh, hold on. I'm going to move this up. Xenoblade 3. Splatoon 3. What else was there? Live Alive. Bad Boy JM. How you doing, bro? Bayonetta 3. That was a good game. I was not. A lot of people were disappointed in Bayonetta 3, I think, but I like that game. 2022 is kind of. Hold on. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Colt. Yeah, I was surprised by how much I liked Bayonetta 3. This year might be an 8. Actually, you know what? The more I look at it, hold on. Let me go back. Let me go back here. You know what this might be? Cause this is also the year I moved I got bigger into PC. And this was also the year I moved back to Georgia. So life was a little bit, no, this wasn't the year. I'm sorry. This wasn't the year I moved back to Georgia. I think it was the year after this. It was either 2022 or 2023 where life got a little hectic for me. But I think I know what I'm gonna give this year. I think I know what I'm gonna give this year. And we can't forget the big one. Hold on. We gotta watch the trailer again too. Yeah, I was gonna say 9 too. I think 2022 is a 9. This is a good ass year. Like, yeah, this is a 9. This is a crazy year. Trying to see if there's anything like I didn't play but was like really good. I know y'all, did y'all like Scarlet and Violet? People like Scarlet and Violet, right? Best selling Pokemon, mixed as usual. I'm actually getting that game soon. Okay, 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 okay. Near Automata came to Switch. Yeah, this is a 9. I'm gonna give this a 9. Yep. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? Let's go. Okay. Let's give it a 9. Let's give it a 9. Nine out of 10. Let's watch a trailer right quick too. This game was fucking sick, man. No, that's not the trailer I want to watch. It's this one.
Work.
Hold on, sorry. Neon White is top 5 for me.
It's kill or be killed.
And this soundtrack. I wish I could find like Neon White final boss. This boss fight is fucking crazy. Let's see how this person does it. Yeah, this is Machine Girl. This is crazy. I didn't even do it like this. Some of the stuff he's doing here. Man, crazy game. Also, the soundtrack for Neon White is sick, but we're not gonna spend too long on this. 2023. What came out in 2023? We're gonna kind of speed run these last two. Somebody. Yeah, okay, y'all really Bayonetta Origins. Y'all was ready to say that. Y'all was like, okay. When he says 2023, Bayonetta Origins. Like, y'all are so okay. Bayonetta Origins. Tears of the Kingdom. I know a lot of y'all hate that game, but I like Tears of the Kingdom. Future Redeemed, very good. Future Redeemed was very good. Who said Pikmin? Hold on. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. I forgot about that one. Yeah, Bomb Rush. That game is very good. I'm gonna test that game on. That's gonna be one of the first games I test on Switch too, to see if it like is a stable 60 FPS now. Pikmin 4. We can add Pikmin 4. Oh. Metroid Prime Remastered. Cassette Beasts. (2023) kind of, and y'all are going off the top. We're not even looking. Hold on. Oh man, hold on. We gotta get through these next ones. We gotta get through these next ones for real. Hold on. Because what we're gonna do is we're gonna have an overall discussion about like the Switch and like how we feel about the Switch overall after this. While looking through everything. What? Where is the thing? Where is the thing? So they don't have it for this? Oh, there it is. Sorry. I'm tripping. Fire Emblem Engage, I guess. Metroid Prime Remastered. Octopath Traveler 2. I know a lot of people like that, so let's put that on there. Mario Wonder. Octo 2. Yo, this 2022 to 2023 is a crazy run. They started going crazy. 2022 to 2023. Oh, Advance Wars is one of the greatest came and wents of all time. My goodness, this shit left. Battle Network Legacy Collection. Shout outs to that one, man. Dodonpachi. What y'all know about this one? I still need to finish this. Yeah, this is okay. This is fine. This is a. I feel like this is also a 9. I feel like this is also a 9. Yeah. We kind of said wait. Oh no. Some of this stuff is like physical releases. Radiant Silvergun, shout outs. Y'all like Super Mario RPG? Y'all like Super Mario RPG? Let's wrap this one up. Cause this year is kind of recent, so we kind of remember most of this. 9. I'm giving it a 9. This is very good too. It's kind of like a continuation of it's kind of a continuation of like 2 in a lot of ways. Yeah, we're in the thick of the Switch now. Yeah, this is a good year. 2024, final year. Because I don't think we got to talk about 2020. We can talk about 2025, but what came out last year? What came out last year? I don't think last year was big for me. I don't think I liked last year that much. This was kind of a weak year, actually. Princess Peach Showtime, Echoes of Wisdom. Yeah, I was mainly on PC last year. I didn't do much Switch stuff last year. Unicorn Overlord. Okay, let's speed through this one because it's not much here. Echoes of Wisdom. Oh. Unicorn. Overlord. Emio. Super Mario Party, another one. And Anton Blast, we got to add that in. Balatro. Y'all aren't gonna see it because I'm in the way, but Thousand Year Door, or I'll just move it. TTYD. We can add Animal Well, just you know, the Switch has games. You know. And 2025. Xenoblade X. All right. So, let's talk about it. How do we feel about the Switch overall? We're gonna rate 2024 6. I think that's a 6. And this is like NA, you know. Well, actually, this is not well, to BD, TBD. Luigi Brothership. Okay, how do we feel about the Switch overall? Fantastic console overall. If we average these years, let me get my calculator. 10 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 plus 7 plus 9 plus 9 plus 6 equals, divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, divided by 8. Oh, no. 62. Wow. So if we divide that, if we average all the years, the Switch is a 7.75. If we average all the years, the Switch is a 7.75. Does that sound right? Yeah, 2018 and 2024 were rough. 2018 and 2024 were rough. But I will say, it kind of puts into perspective, like, no, yeah, look, I don't think it's fair to look at it like that considering the amount of good years it had. Yes, I agree. But I think my take is that a console generation being like a 9 is actually kind of rare, or 9 or above. So like 9s or above are like PS2 or PS2 or SNES, right? So when you think, yeah, SNES, stuff like that, like that's a 9. So when you really think about it, 7.75, considering the pandemic, that's kind of 7.75 is like a strong 7, light 8 type thing. So that's about what I'd say the Switch is. Because, okay, here's the thing. The Switch isn't as good as like, the Switch is better than the GameCube, I'd say, right? The Switch has more good years than the GameCube did. So 7.75 sounds about right, but it doesn't have it's not as good as like the SNES. 8, yeah. The highs of the GameCube are higher. Yeah. But, and this is, okay, this is why, again, I know Ziad is probably not here anymore, but this is also why I count third party. Because if the Switch didn't have third party, then we'd be like, oh, it's like a 5, it's a 4, it's a 6. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's why I think like the Switch is kind of like higher than the GameCube, because the third party support on Switch was like better, I feel. Was the third party support on Switch is better than GameCube? I'd say. Switch has more fighting games than GameCube. It has more fighting games than GameCube, objectively. That's not an opinion. It like has more fighting games than GameCube. It has more RPGs than GameCube. If it wasn't for having indies on the go, Switch would have actively been like 4 or 5 out of 10 for me. GameCube has like my least favorite first party library, so the Switch easily outranks it for me on both first and third party. Interesting. Yeah, third party support is better on Switch than GameCube for sure. GameCube didn't have a lot of RPGs at all. I love Path of Radiance, but Three Houses is better. Yeah. I will say, I think, and this is when we start getting into generation talk, I think the GameCube, honestly, if Prime 4 is a 10 out of 10, I might rank Switch over GameCube. Yeah. Oh, okay. Here's what I'm going to say. I think the highs of the GameCube are high, not because of anything specific to the GameCube, but more so something that's specific to like the time period of how games were being made. Games in general were just made differently back then. So like, for example, I like Melee more than Smash Ultimate, right? But Melee, the way it's made is a result of like the jankiness of, or the looseness of how video games were made during the early 2000s. So it's kind of more of a like, you have to grade these things according to the era, kind of. So Smash Ultimate is like the Melee of now, right? Like for people now, Ultimate is their Melee. But a Melee couldn't be made today. You get what I'm saying? Daredevil 13. I prefer Mario Kart Double Dash over any game in the franchise. I see that I wasn't active during the GameCube, so my view of it is all retrospective. So I guess some parts of the culture is lost in translation. Look, yes, that's probably what it is. Because I was keeping up with gaming like during the GameCube. Like I owned a GameCube and all that. So yeah, some of the stuff you have to account for the time period when we talk about these things. As opposed to like looking at it literally in terms of like Melee is better than Ultimate, so GameCube is better than Switch. That's not really how it works. It's more so that like the 2000s for gaming were creatively different than the 2025, the 2020s. So it's just going to be looked at. It's just going to be a different thing, you know? Like you have to grade it according to what's going on in gaming in general, you know? What were the weakest points of the Switch gen? The weakest points, I'd say performance. This was I think this is probably, everyone would agree on this. This is probably the biggest thing that probably held the Switch generation back, were the performance issues on a lot of games. I want to say this is the first Nintendo generation where we really saw them having like performance issues. Like Joy-Con drift and all that kind of Joy-Con drift, frame rate issues, build quality. Yeah, this is the worst, high key, the worst build quality of any Nintendo console. Worst build quality. Thank you for the follow, Daredevil. Yeah, this is the worst build quality. They really wanted to get up out of the Wii U. Yeah. The frame rate issue actively made me annoyed. Ashes, okay. Bro, come on now. I ain't even gonna address that. Heavyweights, my biggest downsides are probably bad performance, Joy-Con drift, bad online. Yeah. The build quality of the Switch 2 was bad. The frames I could deal with, but the drift, the drift was rough, man. The drift was rough. Yeah, that was that's probably what will bring the Switch down to just a hard 7. Because I mean, you know, after we averaged everything, it's like a 7.75. But the Joy-Con drift and all that stuff, that was just annoying to deal with. That's probably the big, more than the games for Switch, especially relative to everything. This is again what I mean by you have to rate it by generation. Relative. Oh, by the way, we reached our follower goal. 250 out of 250. Yeah. Peace out, Armagon. But yeah, like relative to everything else going on in gaming, like the Switch is great relative to everything else going on in gaming. But the like Joy-Con drift and all that kind of stuff, man. My goodness. And I say this as someone who had to repair Joy-Cons constantly for people because it was my job for a while. So yeah, 7, hard 7 because of that. It's worth noting that a lot of the best Switch games are Wii U ports. Breath of the Wild. What else? Breath of the Wild. Mario Kart 8. I guess Bayonetta 1, but I'm not a Bayonetta. Put one demerit. Should Nintendo have just released the Switch 2 in 2017 in terms of... Ooh, this is a good question. I like this question. Put one demerit. Should Nintendo have just released the Switch 2 in 2017 in terms of power and console capabilities? I'm going to assume you mean like the equivalent because the technology wasn't available back then in terms of like what they're doing with DLSS and all that kind of stuff, like to the level they're doing it now. But I think you just mean like, should they have released a more powerful console? No, hell nah. Hell nah. Considering the circumstances, in terms of like power, I think they did what they were supposed to do with the Switch. They did the most sensible thing in terms of power. What I don't agree with in terms of like how they released it is like the build quality of it. Like the build they could have done something. They should have put more time into the build quality. They should have put more time into the build quality for sure. But the power, they did the best they could, I think. They did the best they could have done with the power. I think what the issue was more than in terms of like performance and stuff. I'm not a game developer, but I feel like some of the performance issues was just like on the developer side. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Arthur. People were not confident in Nintendo in general. Switch 2 equivalent would be a huge ask from the public and fellow developers. Yes, 1000%, 1000%. Yeah, no. So yeah, they should have. What they did was like right. They did the right thing. They did the right thing. The Switch was just too successful for too long. The enthusiast market and devs were probably ready for a Switch 2 in 2023. Yeah. Devs were not meeting the Switch where it was at. I'm just afraid this 120 FPS thing on the Switch 2 will only last for a few years until games become more complex and we just stop seeing it altogether. Hey, I'm fine with that. All I need is 60. I just need 60. The 120 FPS is just a bonus. Honestly, I just need games to look like Metroid Prime 4, and I'm good. Lime9, congrats on the hip-hop video. Thank you, man. Thank you. Like, that video, I know some people are coming in a little later, but yeah, I talked about it earlier, but that video is performing, like, crazy good. I was not expecting that at all. So thank y'all for real, man. Like, and all the new people too. Like that video just came. All my videos just come from the heart, you know. So it's cool when something you're just doing because you like it, like pops off. Because I don't really chase trends or like the algorithm and all that kind of stuff. So I just accept whatever results I get. So when the results are good, it's a cool little bonus. It's a cool bonus. I want Sin and Punishment 3. Yeah, me too. Smash 6 and 120 FPS will be crazy, but I don't think they're gonna do that. Oh, Ashes, that is a big downside for the I don't think we got enough new IP for me personally. I don't think we got enough new IP. I loved Arms. I loved Astral Chain. I didn't play Ring Fit, but one day I will. Um, but yeah, I don't think we got. I feel like they could have done more. I think we're gonna get that during this generation, though. Monolith. I want Monolith to do something new. Yeah. Issues with at 120 FPS is that they can't do it docked. That might stop devs from aiming for it. I thought so. Metroid Prime 4 isn't 120 FPS docked. It's only in handheld. Is that because of the screen thing? Oh, it is 120 FPS docked. Okay. Oh, okay. I was like, what? 1080p 120 FPS docked. Okay. I'm pretty sure. I was pretty sure that's what they said. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, all I need is for games to just look like Metroid Prime 4 and I'm fine. Can't do 4K 120. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Switch 2 doesn't have VRR in TV though. Do you need VRR for the variable for 120? I don't think you need VRR for 120. But yeah, part of why the DS was so peak is because it was doing cool things that the PC games did. You know what I'm looking forward to? I want to see what games are going to use the dual, other than the drag and drive thing. I want to see what games are going to do the double mouse thing, because you can't do that on PC. So I'm curious, like, what they're going to do with that. How will the Switch 2 compare to the OG Switch? This is what I think the Switch 2. Okay, this is my prediction for what. I don't want to talk too much about sales. I want to get into like our experience, how we want to experience the Switch 2. But real quick, I think the Switch 2 is going to be the 3DS of the Switch, in the sense that the 3DS is technically better than the DS in terms of library, in terms of features, etc., etc. But it's just not gonna measure up to the sales, because it's not like a new concept. It's not a new novel concept. But people are gonna rate the Switch 2 higher than Switch 1, I feel. Already this year, this launch year is looking, in my opinion, in terms of like just looking at the names and in terms of like potential, it's looking like it might be better than Switch 1 launch year. It's looking like it's gonna be better than Switch 1 launch year. We got Metroid Prime 4, a new Mario Kart, even though I'm not playing it, but yeah, we're gonna get a new Mario Kart, Metroid Prime 4, that Donkey Kong game, the Cyberpunk. No, let's not count the Cyberpunk port. I'm trying to think of like Switch 1's launch stuff equivalents. Yeah, Pokemon. There we go. Pokemon Za. We don't know the release date for Prime 4 yet. Yeah, so I think this is gonna be a better year. Oh, Age of Imprisonment. Yes, Age of Imprisonment. Age of Kirby Air Riders. This is gonna be better than the Switch 1 launch year. This is gonna be better than Switch 1 launch year. Damon X Machina. There you go. Yep. This is gonna be better. You know. Yeah, I'm grabbing. Honestly, if a game is physical on the Switch 2, I'm gonna lean towards getting it on there, getting the game on Switch 2, just to, support. Air Riders is Mr. SU. I checked. Air Riders is coming this year. I was like when it happened, when the trailer originally happened, for some reason I was just like, oh cool, a new Air Riders. And then I looked back and they said this year. I was like, oh. You know? So honestly, it's just super cool that Nintendo has a console that they themselves will not be held back. Yeah. I don't think a 3D Mario will happen for a while. The team behind the 3D Mario games did DK, so I just don't think they'll. Yeah, yeah, Mr. SU is this year. They didn't say a date though. I assumed it was coming later too. I'm not even getting the DK game, so I don't know. I'm not a Donkey Kong guy. So yeah. So is everyone who's still here, are y'all getting the Switch 2 next week? Verum. I want to. Oh, this is what I need. This is hell yeah. Yes, if Walmart doesn't cancel my order. Yo, matter of fact, let me check that right quick because I see people talking about cancellations and shit. Walmart better not cancel nothing on me. I'm a Walmart Plus member. Okay. I should get priority. Let me check this shit. Let me check this shit right quick. Hold on. Okay, they ain't canceled nothing yet. I got it pre-ordered from Goatmart. Goatmart, yo, Walmart gang, where we at? I am not. Steam Deck has taken some of that thunder from me. Unfortunately, I usually love a Nintendo launch. Yeah, yo, respect. I know a lot of people. The Steam Deck is enough for them. Walmart Plus. This is a side tangent. Walmart Plus is amazing. Walmart Plus is amazing. You get groceries, free grocery deliveries over $35. You get Paramount Plus for free. You get gas discounts. And you don't only get groceries delivered to you same day. You can also get like stuff delivered to you the same day. So if you need like printer paper, you can just like go to Walmart Plus and like, as long as you have a Walmart near you and you can buy things over $35, you can just get it right to you like 4 hours later. It is like clutch. It is clutch. Yeah, you get gas discounts. Yep. You're like Nanako Doji. Every day is your day at your Walmart. Instead of Junes. Yeah. But yo, Walmart Plus is the truth. Don't sleep on Walmart Plus. Wait, Walmart has. It depends on the Walmart. It depends on the Walmart. Some Walmarts have gas stations though. Yeah. But yo, what do y'all want me to play? Because I'm gonna be off on June 5th. What do y'all want me to play on launch day for the Switch? Because the games I'm getting are Cyberpunk 2077. I'm going to play I'm going to have access to the Tears of the Kingdom patch, right? And what else? Those are the two I know for sure. Jalen Devon, I see your question. Hold on one second. Fast Fusion, Cyberpunk, okay. Age of Calamity, Fast Fusion. Okay, looks like a lot of people keep asking. Okay, I'm gonna play Fast Fusion. Bayonetta Origins, of course. Breath of the Wild, Hyrule Warriors. Cyberpunk and Rune Factory. Tears of the Kingdom stream might be cool. Okay. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Cyberpunk, Tears of the Kingdom, and Fast Fusion. And then we're gonna test some old games. Some of the games that y'all are saying I sold, I don't have them. Like I don't own Age of Calamity anymore because I bought that physically. I sold it when I was done. I might want to test. I can test Bayonetta 3. I can test Bomb. I'm gonna test Bayonetta 3 and Bomber Cyberpunk. I'm gonna test Bayonetta 3 and Bomber Cyberpunk. And I'm gonna play Tears of the Kingdom, Cyberpunk, and Fast Fusion. But for Fast Fusion, I'm gonna just play that like for a few minutes probably. But I think the big ones we're gonna play are Tears of the Kingdom and Cyberpunk. Okay. But that's gonna be the plan for yeah, I don't own. No, Age of Calamity doesn't have an upgrade thing, and I don't own Age of Calamity anymore. Like I bought it physically and I sold it when I was done. Astral Chain isn't getting a 60 FPS boost. No. Yeah, run the old Switch game so we can see the improvements. Yeah. I'll run a couple. So yeah, those are gonna be the ones. Tears of the Kingdom and Cyberpunk are gonna be the ones I'm playing for a long time, and then the other stuff will flirt with a little bit. I don't want to do the mobile app thing. That's gonna be too much. I might do that on my own time, but not like on stream. Do I got Pokemon? No. Well, actually, my brother does. My brother has Pokemon. You should test Daemon X Machina. So I can download Pokemon. Zelda notes. Yeah. That's an interesting little feature there. Nintendo's always doing weird stuff with these apps, man. But yeah, so that's gonna be the big stuff happening at launch. But just to get a temperature check, because I want to have like one main game I'm playing for most of the stream on June 5th. Between Cyberpunk and Tears of the Kingdom, which one are y'all more curious about? Or which one do y'all want to see more? Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk, okay. I have Xenoblade X, yeah. Put one, Demeride. Put one. I'm gonna just say put one. So it sounds like, okay, Cyberpunk. Okay, Cyberpunk. Oh, Tears of the King. I'm gonna play some of the Switch 1 games on Switch 2, and then I'm gonna get. Yeah, okay. Let's do Cyberpunk. Let's make Cyberpunk like the main event. Let's make Cyberpunk on Switch the main event. And then Cyberpunk might be GK Core. I'm a Western RPG guy. I like Western RPGs. I feel like you'll really like Cyberpunk. Okay. Cyberpunk will be the main event, and then Tears of the Kingdom will be like the B movie event. And we'll test out the mouse controls with Cyberpunk, see the performance and all that. Yeah, and then so what we're gonna do, we're gonna test some games first, right? We're gonna test some games first before, we're gonna test Shooting DL, what's up? We're gonna test Bomber Cyberpunk, Bayonetta 3, and Cyberpunk, Bayonetta 3, and Daemon X Machina, I guess. I guess Pokemon, but we know that's gonna run well. There's no point. I don't know. But then we'll play a little bit of Fast Fusion. If any of y'all are gonna also have it, we can do some multiplayer. Then Tears of the Kingdom, test that for a little bit, and then we're gonna just play Cyberpunk. Yeah, I can test ARMS. Xenoblade 2, since that's the roughest in the series. Oh yeah, like oh yeah, I can test Xenoblade 2. That's a good one too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That'll be the plan. That's gonna be the plan for Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. We'll play a little bit of F-Zero. We'll play a little bit of F-Zero. But I don't know if I want to do everything on the same day. Are you getting the camera with your Switch too? No. Because CD Projekt Red did fix instead of blah. Oh, okay, I hear you, Just Pass, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna do the GameCube stuff on launch day. I don't think I'm gonna do the GameCube stuff on launch day. I might do that later. I might do that on another stream. Because also keep in mind, y'all, Summer Games Fest is also. Do we have any predictions for Summer Games Fest, by the way? This will be the last thing. Do we have any predictions for Summer Games Fest? RE9, Resident Evil 9, Persona 4 remake. Ninja Gaiden 4 release date, Half-Life 3. Come on, maybe the best thing since iToy. Probably. It will be funny to try to switch camera though, shooting Dio. Nintendo Switch 2 logos on a lot of games. Will I play Soul Calibur 2? I might boot it up for a couple seconds, but I'm not gonna. It's not gonna be. I'm mainly interested in F-Zero GX, so that's the main thing I'm gonna be playing. Hopefully, a Silent Hill F release date. Kojima and Jeff kiss. Oh, Death Stranding 2 trailer. Neon White has a Steam sale right now. Oh, I already own Neon White, Athena, but. If y'all don't own Neon White, it has a Steam sale right now. Please buy it. That game is amazing. Jalen Devon, you asked me earlier. What did you ask me earlier? Let me go back. How do I feel about Dark Souls so far? Okay. So let me give y'all my thoughts on Dark Souls, because if you don't know, I started Dark Souls on stream. I think that was the stream before last. I started Dark Souls. And I've been playing it for, let me show y'all how long I've been playing Dark Souls. I've been playing Dark Souls for let me put this up here. The GKers is crazy. But yeah, let them know though, man. Let them know about Peak. Okay. Let me show y'all this. I've been playing Dark Souls for 10 hours. I've put 10 hours into Dark Souls. The last boss I beat was the gargoyles. The 2 gargoyles. Peace out, Mr. SU. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, this and here's some of the let me show y'all some of the gameplay. What do I think about the level design? I love it. I actually love the level design for Dark Souls. It's very loose. It's very. Let me see if can I find. Let me see if I can find this one clip I saved. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. Hold on. Man, I can't find the clip. But there was one clip I saved, right, where that really showed how good the level design is. Oh, here it is. Here it is. I found it. Look at this. Let me show y'all this. Peace out, Verum. Okay. It's kind of the short. I don't know what you're referring to, but it's this right here. Let me show y'all. I hope this is showing on the screen. And then transform, reset. No? Okay. There it is. There we go. Here it is. Look at this. That's not. This, excuse the sound. Don't worry about the sound. But right here, this was cool. Thanks for the resub, bad boy JM. You can go, they let you just kind of walk on the sides like this. And get stuff. Like, there are challenges that are that, like, specific about the terrain. You know, because when I saw this, like, area before, I was like, how am I supposed to get over there? And then I was like, let me try to jump down. And then it worked. Yeah, so stuff like this is really cool. I didn't know about jumping before I did this. But the main point isn't even like how I got to it. The main point is like the fact that those edges are like tangible. Like those edges on the side of the building are tangible. Because sometimes games, when like they don't count as part, those like tiny slivers as stuff you can walk on. So when they did that, I was like, okay, this is that type of game. Like very nuanced, very like specific, very like granular with like how the terrain works and everything. But yeah. So I like the exploration. Now, oh god. Now the combat for Dark Souls 1 is fine. It's cool. But things just take a little long. Did it frustrate me at all? Did Dark Souls frustrate me at all? Yes, there were certain parts that frustrated me, but it wasn't because of like the enemy design per se. It wasn't like the fights themselves, but there's certain things that happen in the fights that are like you'll get stuck in the geometry sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll get stuck on a wall trying to fight an enemy, and it just doesn't feel good. It's not really about it being hard. It's like, why am I stuck on this wall? It's just and things like having to walk back after dying, like having to walk through all those enemies every time you die because the checkpoints are so far away from the bosses. stuff like that just takes so much of your time. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes a lot of time. So yeah, it's not really about it being frustrating in the sense that it's hard. It's frustrating in the sense that like things just take long. Because even bosses, right? Even the bosses, like I don't feel like you can defeat bosses in Dark Souls based off of like your intuitive understanding of the game's mechanics. Like you can't beat them based off of intuition. It reminds me of the different. I don't know if any of you guys have played Ikaruga, but it reminds me of like the difference between Ikaruga and like a cave shmup. Ikaruga is more about memorizing the bullet patterns, whereas like cave shmups, even though there is a level of like memorization to the bullet patterns, there's also a level of like you can kind of like get the vibe of like how you're supposed to dodge things in like cave shmups. Versus Ikaruga, you can't go based off of vibes. You kind of got to just know like, oh, at this part, you got to be right here. You know, that's what it feels like with Dark Souls bosses, where it's like, for example, the gargoyles in Dark Souls, right? There's no way you're going to know that second gargoyle is going to come. There's no way you're going to know that on your first time playing. And where the boss is, right? When the when the other gargoyle comes, you also aren't going to necessarily know where they're going to be. So there's certain things that like you can't play based off of like intuition. You have to just know the thing that's going to happen. So it's almost like you have to die in order to like get the information. You have to die to get the information, and then you can like fight the boss properly. Versus like I kind of prefer, when it comes to combat, I kind of prefer games where like you can kind of intuitively fight and you don't necessarily have to like memorize like, okay, this is going to happen at this point. Evil Lucario, Cave will just throw patterns off due to physics and where the, yes, exactly. Exactly. The combat, the fights in like cave shmups is more about like what's going on in that moment, as opposed to like, oh, the boss does this and you have to do this or you're gonna die. You know, it's just is you know. So yeah, Dark Souls isn't very intuitive when it comes to like how the fights feel. So they feel kind of like stiff. And they take really long because you have to like again, going back to the gargoyle fight, you have to watch what they're doing, what the boss is doing for a while. Like, okay, he swings this way, or like his animation, he might wind up a tiny bit more, so he's gonna do a second hit. He's not gonna stop on just the first hit. So you gotta watch before you can even like go in. So a lot of times in Dark Souls 1 combat, I'm just doing pokes. Like I'm just hitting him once and then backing up and then saying like, okay, what is he going to do? You know, you can't like commit or just go based off of vibes, you know, because of the way things work and because of how slow everything is. So Dark Souls 1 combat is kind of like, it's whatever. I prefer the RPG elements and the exploration of it all. The combat feels more like, oh, okay, it's there. But it's not like this crazy thing that everybody was like telling me it was, you know. Ikaruga feels way harder than Radiant Silvergun and Gradius 5. Especially that gargoyle fight is elevated by the stage. Yeah. It feels like the environment is a bigger part of Dark Souls 1. Eclipse, Souls games don't have good combat, man. It ain't bad, but it's kind of not the focus, right? You want to use the RPG elements to win and rolling. Yeah, exactly. So those are my thoughts on Dark Souls 1. I mean, the exploration and stuff is cool, but I think the combat is a little like, I'm not gonna say overhyped. If people like it, people like it, you know. But it's not like what I look for in combat in video games. The dungeon crawling feel is very fun, but I feel you on the combat. Have always felt meh on the enemy placement. Yeah. It's like, you know. There was one fight I did. Again, I'm not sure if I still have it. What is this? I don't know why. I need to stop using Windows Capture because it always like fucks up. But oh no, I did do okay. I have one fight right here. Let me show y'all this fight and then we'll dip. Because it's getting late. Oh, you can't just show the recordings? Oh no, yeah, you can. Here we go. Okay. So this fight, this was like when I was at the stairs. And I was kind of just, it's like, I had to fight this guy. And look at it, look at this fight. Like, what? It's like, okay. You know, that it wasn't really, you know, it's fine. It's fine. It gets the job done, but yeah. I got to dip too, y'all. This was a long ass stream. I think this is my longest stream. Probably. Yeah, we're at 3 hours. Yo, I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm gonna see y'all next week. 2 streams next week. Summer Games Fest, Switch 2 launch. Peace out. And yeah, appreciate the support, y'all. Thanks for coming through. Bye-bye.